Hello, thank you for joining me. Today I thought we would do this sweet little watercolour painting. There is a bit of drawing in this, but nothing too strenuous. So this is what we're going to be painting today, and let's get to it. I'm going to put a list of my excuse me, list of my materials on the description below, so you can check that out. Now, I've just loosely marked out roughly where I want my door to go, but unfortunately I can't find any rulers, so I'm going to have to use this cardboard box. So what we're doing is we're just drawing a line that's going to be kind of the street of the where the door is, and then I'm just going to put two little marks here, and that's going to be the step. So we just draw that line across, so you're left with that. Now we're just going to do two little angles there. Now you can make this as deep as you like, it's up to you, and then just going to put that across there like so. Now with the corner of this angle here, now it doesn't have to be absolutely precise, but it'll look nicer if you get this bit straight, and then just put a light pencil mark in there, and again we're putting another pencil mark in there, nice and light, because we don't want this showing when we're coming to do our watercolour. And then on this angle inside here, we're going to take it, it wasn't very okay, it's a little bit out, so I'm just going to hopefully you will use a ruler. I've been hunting and I just can't, I don't know what I've done with it, but I can't find it anyway. So now I've gone a little bit higher there, but I'm not worried about that. And what we're going to do is, with a free hand, we're just going to do a nice arch there, and then here we're going to take a bigger arch sweeping across. Now just going to take that corner out there so you can see. If you can see, what I've done is I've taken, there's a smaller arch way going over there, so that will give us the impression of the door frame. Okay, so that's all the drawing there is in it. It's really simple. You just need to have a ruler. Really, that would be really good. Now I'm using my Sable B. This is about a size 4 square brush. Now today I'm using a palette, so only so I can get the hues of what I want to use, the colours. But to make up a really nice purpley colour, I'm just going into purple there. Just put it in your palette with a touch of Azura blue. Now you can make this more purple or more blue than what you want, but I quite like that colour. Now, just with the tip of the brush, we're just going with a simple mark. We're just putting these bricks in and just work our way up. Okay, now we're going round the corner. Okay, and again on this side. Now it doesn't have to mirror exactly the stones on the other side, but if it does, brilliant. But if it doesn't, don't worry, you get the gist of it. So now you can see our archway of what we're doing. Now with this lovely purpley blue, kind of a violet really, we're just gonna rub that that light colour in there. You've got hair in there. Okay, making sure you keep your brush nice and clean for this. I'm just going to go into burnt sienna. I'm just going to run my brush just lightly across there. Okay, nice and lightly. Still looking at our door, what I'm going to do is I'm going into lemon yellow, not too watery on this pass on this door, a little bit creamy, and just fill in your door. Okay, use all your paint that you've got on your brush, because at the moment we're just blocking in colour. Okay, now I'm just going to set my brush aside and go into my Princeton size 4. Now again, I'm going to go into my palette, and I've got a little bit in my palette of brown, which is just Van Dyke brown, and to that I'm just going to add a little bit of burnt sienna just to warm that up a touch. Okay, now don't be put off by this, because it's really quite simple, and what we're going to do is halfway in between these two marks here, the corner of your paper and the corner of the step, we're just going to put a nice stem, tree-like stem. Okay, and we're just warm that up a little touch. Now you can judge here how thick or how thin you want. Don't forget to make it a little bit gnarly, because we want to suggest that this has been there growing in this warm climate for quite some time. And then go back into your burnt sienna, a little bit more creamy consistency of paint, and just drop just drop those in. Okay, so this is where we are now with our putting our first wash in. Now with my bigger brush, going back to the size 4, I'm just going to go with a nice watery consistency of paint. I'm just going to drop in. Just a soft hue. Okay. Go back to my size 4 sable with a bit of yellow ochre. We're just going to run the yellow ochre around and just on just one side of the door. Okay, we're not going over on the other side, we're just bringing it round like so. Okay, with my Princeton now, just going to drop a little bit more. Just want a little bit more colour in there. Because we're thinking of our shading, of where the sun's coming and what's in the shade and what's in the sunshine. So now I'm going to go into green, and I'm going to go straight from the pan here, and it's a nice bright forest green, and I'm literally going to drop in some of this lovely green. Don't have to be precious about this, because this climber is going where we want it to go. So just put your leaves in wherever you think, yeah, I'd quite like them there. And we're going over our stone, that's fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into Azura blue, and with a couple of passes straight into the pan, remembering to just to take the excess off, we're going to just run a nice blue just to go around there, and we're just going to catch that there. Okay. Now I'm just going to take that very carefully, just round just a smidge there. And I think what I'll do is I'll just put a bit more darker colour on these stones that we've got at the side of the door. Again, if you want to use your bigger brush, absolutely you can do that. I just think it gives it a nicer feel, just to have it a bit unregimented. Now if you want to, you can use the siennas or the earth tones if you want for your stone. It's entirely up to you. Okay. So there we go. I'm just going to go back into the step and just put another swipe across there. This time I'm not going right to the bottom. I'm just leaving a little white space there, and I'm just going to run my brush just across the top of the step there. With our tree colour, I'm just going to put just a slight okay. Now you can choose whatever colour you'd like to go into your what you'd like to go in for your flowers. Just before I do that, I'm just going to drop in this very bluey green, because I think that will sit nicely just in and give us kind of the essence of shade and things. Again, just dropping this colour in. Don't be worried about, oh, you know, I've spoilt that, I shouldn't have done that. It's absolutely fine. If you want to go over in the green you've already laid down, absolutely can. Now we're going to put a shadow in here, and again using that lovely purpley colour, we're just going to mirror image our tree. So there we go, there's the stem, and we're just taking it up, and then we're just taking it over into our lovely stones. Okay, don't get caught up on saying, oh, I've got to get this perfect. Don't worry about that. It's literally we're just putting a shadow in, and you can't get this wrong. And then I'm just lightly stippling over. Okay, just bring that down a touch, and that will be absolutely fine. So as you can see, our door is now starting to build up, and I'm going to think about what colour I'm going to put in for my flowers. Now I quite like the flower, that bougainvillea that grows in Spain and Italy, all around the Mediterranean. So I'm just going to drop in, literally just drop in these jewel-like colour into our painting. Now you can take your your bougainvillea you're painting, your flowers, as far over your archway as you want to, or as not. It's entirely up to you. Okay, I'm just going to go in now to a very, very light wash of Azura blue, and just catch that there. Okay, we just want that just bleed out just a touch. Now we're going to go into our yellow ochre, and just with the very tip, with a creamier consistency of paint, we're just going to almost tickle these little marks. We're just dotting our way around. Okay. Okay. Now we're going back into our green. I'm going to use a darker green now, and I'm just going to drop those in again. We're just building up our colour, making it stronger as we go. Don't forget to have a look at what you've done and think, yeah, make some considerations now where you think you would like things to go. Okay, and this time I'm going to go back into that lovely purpley bluey shadow colour that we've got, and I'm just going to drop just to give the illusion as maybe some of our lovely flowers and leaves have dropped on the floor. And again, just going. Let's carry a little bit more of that lovely shadow colour on our step. And if you want to change the value up on your step, absolutely can. If you want to go back in and just darken up your stones. It's the beauty about this exercise, this painting that we're doing now. We can make decisions on how much lighter or darker we want things, and we can start introducing the glazing or the layers of our watercolour. Okay, if you want to darken up this area a bit more. Absolutely can. Now, I'm going to put a little bit more of this this lovely red. This is Rose Madder, and I'm going to pop I think I need a little bit creamier paint in here. And with the tip of my brush, I'm just going to go in a little bit dry, just make that a little bit wetter. And I'm just going to just give this stem just a little bit of colour there. Okay, and now I'm going to go back into my burnt sienna, and with the very tip of the brush I'm going to go down and give us these lovely marks on the door. Now at the bottom of the door I'm just going to drop in a little bit of burnt sienna, just to suggest that the door has seen better days and it's just got a little bit of wear on it. Okay, mine was a little bit wet after I put that, and so I'm just going to take that out and wait for that to dry a little bit more. Now with my Azura blue, creamy consistency of paint, I'm just going to put a little bit of a stronger blue in here. Again, just dotting across. And then going into green. Just going to just knock that back a little bit. Just knocking that back a little bit, and then I'm just going to go in again. Now it wouldn't be us if we didn't give it a little splatter, would it? So very carefully I'm just going to splatter. Did get a little bit on my door, so I'm very carefully just going to take those out. And if you get anywhere ones where you didn't really want your splatter, and then just take them out with your paper towel. Okay, I'm just going to give my door a very, very light touch. And then we're just going to a little bit of burnt sienna and just drop it in this corner here, and just run your brush lightly to the point where you want. Just going to take that bit out because it's running where I don't really want it to. And then with a deeper colour, we just now I'm going to call that done. I do hope you give this a go. It is lots of fun. It's very different to what we've done before because there is a bit more drawing in there, but I'm sure you'll have fun giving this a try. Anyway, let me know how you get on. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up and subscribe, and see you soon. Bye.